Well, what's up, Buttercup? Welcome to my last live. I feel like I won the lottery. The lottery.
You said it so excitedly, but that is not usually the expression that's given with that sentence. I'm repeating in the background.
I don't have to set up no StreamYards. I don't have to do I don't have to do all this back end stuff that y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Anyhow, so welcome. Are you ready, Cris? Are you ready?
As free as the wind blows.
I'm gonna fly like this raven bird. I will. Here we go. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for the song?
Yes. Double feature.
Surprise. We're gonna work on that. We just did that just now.
You cue it up right.
Yeah. We are here doubling.
Yes.
Us two to talk about, we're going to be breaking down the barriers of cinema, and we're going to talk about character development and plot twists and various other supernatural goodness. Today we are going to be talking about The Last Keepers. It is a 2014 movie, and I feel a certain way about it. Let's discuss.
I feel a certain way about it.
A certain way. Let's discuss. Cris, this was your choice. Let's go. You talk about why you wanted to discuss this, and then we'll break it down for these fine people. And hello, chat. You are beautiful, and we love you.
I have a list of 10,000 points. Do I? Okay. Anyway, 10,001. So. Actually, I didn't have 5 pages of notes on this time because I had already seen it and it wasn't as mind-bending as the last one. This was light compared to the other. Yes. So I came across this movie like forever ago in a list. I think I was like really deep into the Netflix pile, like looking up old stuff or something. Mm-hmm. And I recognized Aidan Quinn in it. And I was like, oh, hey, because Practical Magic is one of my favorites.
Does he have one blue eye and one green?
I don't think in actuality he does. I think it's just in the movie.
Yeah.
Because even in that movie, continuity issues, because even in that movie in Practical Magic, I know it's not the one we're just hold on, but even in that movie in Practical Magic, there are scenes where he does not. They're both blue. Okay? But it's only in the scene where she looks at him that there's a green, and I'm just like, come on. But anyway.
Oh, are you a Practical Magic fan?
I am. I love Practical Magic.
And it's such a shame that you could not come to this last witchy meet and greet because you know where I had it, right?
Where? Were you at the house? Well,
the house doesn't exist. The house was built on San Juan Island, but the town and the shop and all that stuff is just Cootville, where I was just at the hospital yesterday.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I live on the island that Practical Magic was filmed on.
I always say that the town reminds me of back home. That's part of why I like it. It's kind of like nostalgic and homesick for me. It reminds me of the seaside town that I grew up in.
Got you. Well, get your big butt over here.
That house on the hill with the rocks and everything. Like that's like my grandmother's house growing up. Like it. Yeah, I love that movie. But anyway, that's not what we came here.
That's not what we're talking about. Aidan Quinn.
Okay. I saw him in it, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they were like, "Goddess, space, religion," and I was like, "What are you?" Mm-hmm. So I'm just play it. The acting, we're gonna talk about some. I'm sure there have already been thoughts shared before we went live. But I loved what I love about this movie is I love that it shows paganism, not in sort of this
commercially
power obsessed commercial, like like very kitschy kind of way. It's a like literal ceremonial practice is what you see. You see, the mom greeting the dawn as she's doing an incense blend. There's a part where they say at aurora, which means at dawn, and they're doing like a prayer to the goddess all together as a family as they do that and adding an offering in at Aurora.
Oh, yeah.
So like that kind of thing is what I like about it, is that it showed paganism or goddess-based religions, earth-based religions in a way that was not bastardized, in a way that was not sort of made into a cheesy like even to Bewitched, but actually gave it like a no, this is an actual religion for them, this is an actual belief or spirituality for them. And I liked that the most about the movie. I also liked, having grown up with a mom who's pagan and a dad who was Southern Baptist, I liked that how they taught her and how they worked with her was not this sort of classroom structured thing. It was done throughout the experience of her life, and like, her trying to heal herself and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, so basically, guys, the plot is there's a girl. She likes to make plastic dresses out of paper or plastic bags.
Yes, she does.
She keeps seeing this strange little child in a blue dress
with a horrible wig. Here's opinion number one. With a horrible wig. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Production crew. Come on. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. No, it's don't be done on that. It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. It's a
like,
cute little girl. The girl's cute.
It's some Children of the Corn shit,
It's some Children of the Corn shit.
Yeah. So,
yeah. That's a corn fritter if I've ever seen one. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll kidnap a dog in a second. Anyway. Truth. Okay. Yes. Children of the Corn. All right. Anyway, though. So she has this family. It's her mom, her dad, her grandmother, and her. And they live in this house. Beautiful house. How the hell y'all get this big ass house? But all right. They own a small shop in the town that's an art shop where they sell paints and such and paintings.
There's like a gallery in the back. It's kind of cool.
Yep. And she basically discovers over time that she has different powers. Now, in this family, there's sort of the power with earth, right, to kind of manipulate and move things. There's a power with premonition and vision, right?
The elements, visions, and healing.
Healing, yes, healing. And at a time, there can only be one sort of alive that has one. And first of all, can we just stop for a second there and just talk about how shitty that is? Because, like, you mean to tell me everyone else is going to be living with every other gift except for the bitch that I actually need to learn from?
Yeah.
Because of my gift.
Correct. Correct. I was just like, well, that's not
what kind of shirt into the stick.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, when was this filmed? Where's the place? Is this really in 2014? Because what happened with the Googleizers? You couldn't find some witchcraft stuff up on that internet? The interwebs done before. Look what happened.
The interwebs.
Why did they think they're the only ones? Why? They're the last keepers.
Right.
But are they?
Although, well, hold on. So yes, she did recycle the trash to make the dress. Absolutely. And that is something that I guess is very important to mention in this, is that she feels very strongly about the environment. And she, to the extent that she's getting dreams and stuff about like these tsunamis and all of this kind of stuff coming at her.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a scene where she looks up like the devastation that's happened and, the pollution and all of this. And like famine and etc., and just starts crying. So like she's very, very sympathetic towards that stuff, and I would dare to say even empathetic, because she like takes that on in some places. But yes, so okay, so she then meets this dude, and can we just? So
yes, we can. Yes, we can. Intershade.
Dude's at school, and how he decides to profess his love is a very, very embarrassing love poem in the middle of her classroom. First of all, dude, if that was ever what somebody tried with me, you would never see my ass again. Like,
I was a theater kid. So somebody who is willing to embarrass
then
themselves.
just hand me a note of it. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know. It
look
should
your
have
Shakespeare.
he should have waited until he sealed the deal and that she was emotionally invested to go doing acts of,
Can we get a warm up?
Public love stuff. Yeah, he could have just stuck that in the locker. But let me just say that the actor that is him, and I'm looking it up right now, hold up.
Yes.
Because I have guilty pleasures. Listen, we can start a whole nother series on just the guilty pleasure crap I watch. It's pretty
or the guilty pleasure crap I read, because I read a lot of smut.
Okay, so it's Sam Underwood. And I don't know if he's related to Carrie, but I'm going to tell you this: he's on Dynasty, and he's the worst, like the worst on Dynasty. And I'm like over here trying to be like, okay, but you're kind. Are you sure? You're kind. I'm waiting for him to be his jerky, normal self on Dynasty. I mean, he's horrible. And so now he's like loving and giving and sweet and kind. I'm like,
yeah,
waiting for it.
So I had speed bumps. Somebody's kissing somebody.
I wish I would have seen this when it first came out, so that I would have watched.
You would have been able to not watch it. Like at any point, he's gonna turn.
Yeah, no. Okay, all right. Those are my.
Oh my gosh. No. So I agree, but like the love poem, okay? Like
the love poem.
What did I write about it? Because I have notes.
Actually was nice, but he could have slipped it in the locker. He didn't need to be like that. He didn't need to go embarrassing this poor girl in school.
I appreciate that you appreciate the love poem. But I do not. Like, no, there are so many other ways to one, deliver that if you're gonna, and two, like win my ass over, and it's not that. You could talk to me about Megadeth and get further than that love poem will take you.
It's true. And then I'm also not thinking clearly about her. I'm trying to buy her innocence, but I was introduced to her first on an HBO series called Girls, where it's basically a younger version of Sex and the City, and I'm just like, I've seen your boobies, and I don't know if I'm buying any of this. Situation. That's like then the grandmother was Miss Clary from Still Magnolias, who is my favorite, although I really jive with Weezer because I really think I'm Weezer.
This is a whole fucking mood. A whole mood. Yes, a whole mood. Like, I remember when I was little in the South and I would watch that movie because it's everywhere. She was the one that I was down with. Like, I didn't care about anybody else. I just wanted her on the screen again. But yes.
I love Miss Clary and I love Weezer. I love their friendship. So stinking cute. And then I love Dolly. Who does not love Dolly Parton? I love Dolly.
She's very sweet, but she ain't doing my hair.
No. Well, I don't think she does her own hair. She's got wigs. We digress. Okay, back to the boy.
She does. Well, anyway, yes. Okay, I'm going to pose a question to you guys. Would that love poem have won you over? Would you have been intrigued, or would you have been like, I need to use the bathroom, teach, bye? Like, or maybe a little bit of, a little bit of that thing. Yeah. So, like, I'm curious, but yes. So anyway, though, so he reads that. She gets mad because she's annoyed with it.
Yeah.
Whatever, doesn't work, backfires hardcore. He ends up buying a painting that she did from the gallery in the town. She's pissed. She's like, give me my painting back. He's like, that's not how buying things work. She's like, I'll pay you for it. And he's like, I'm not looking to make a profit. And then she's like,
this high school boy dropped $75 on a painting. That would have won me over more than the poem. I'd be like, okay, you like my stuff? All right.
Right, like you like it that much that you bought a painting that I did? Yeah, right.
From my father? Like,
but see, I wouldn't have been like, give me it back. I'd have been like, why do you like it?
Why? How does this resonate with you?
Why do you like it though?
Why is it special? Say the words.
Mood. Anyway, why? You like something of mine? You want something? Why?
Yep. Yep.
Anyway. So basically, he ends up agreeing he will bring it to her house. And then, long story short, they start hanging out and shit. They get all lovey-dovey with each other. His family owns a lumber place, and this is, I think, one of the coolest parts of it is when they find this giant, like the bottom of a root kind of tree.
System.
And now my niece, who is 8, was watching this with me because I said I was going to watch a movie, and she's like, okay. And so she's going in and out, but she comes into that part, and she is used to her grandmother, her dad's mom, making ints out of trees because she has witches on both sides.
Gotcha.
And her grandmother likes to create ints out of the wood, so she'll like leave all the root and have them stand up and all of this. They're really awesome. But she always gives them names, and she runs and then she goes, "Someone should name it Lola," and then just leaves. And I thought that was very funny because that's her name.
I love it. What is good about him, at least the character, not the actor, the character is all like,
he's very
so supportive and so sweet, and you could tell she's coming into her own, and now these spiritual gifts are all flying at her. But also, I've got to say, why did the grandmother and the mom wait so long to tell her? Was this shift, and then my other question is, was this shift going to happen on a certain birthday?
About her gifts, by the way. That's what she means.
Yeah, the gifts. The all these gifts are coming out.
I don't know.
How do you not prepare somebody for that? Feels a little odd.
I feel like, here's the thing with this is if there's already a goddess religion going on and she already sees elements of that, like, why wouldn't that conversation come up?
I feel like she was punked by the generations before her. That's how I feel.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you talk about that? Just be like, hey, look, chick, one day when you're older, at some point, you're going to get one of these.
Well, and they have the struggle also in regards to her wanting to run off and go and do stuff. There are the last keepers. Yes. How does she not understand that she's got to hold this if she doesn't know that gifts are going to come? Here she wants to run off to college and do all these things. And they're already having daily practice. They're doing daily rituals. It's not like she didn't know.
Yeah.
Right? And then that room with all the ancestry stuff, I would have been up in it. You would have had to beat me off with a stick.
There's a locked door in the house I ain't never been in.
Please, I'm gonna pick that lock. You think I'm not gonna get in there? I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way because I'm nosy.
There's way too much cool shit.
Too much cool
We're almost at the end of the movie already. Look, we're not going look. Last time I had 5 pages of notes just to make sure we commented on everything. This time it's an hour movie. We are flowing, y'all. If there's stuff we forgot, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, and that'll bring it up, and we'll comment on it.
And we are not even close to the end of the movie. Please, we got more stuff. We got stuff. And also, that's the difference between 1 hour and 10 that we watched. So, a series versus 1 hour movie is a little different.
That's true. But, so, okay. There's a couple things that I have. Let's see, what else? Okay, so first of all, I really like the equinox scene where they go into the woods. It's one of my favorites.
They're their own thing.
Yes, and I also like what the grandmother says to the dad. He's like, or he says something about, I wish I could be like a planter or the goddess or something like that. And she goes, oh no, you're the plowman. And I'm like, what's he plowing now? Okay, sorry.
And she always drawing him nude. What you plowing?
Yes.
Plow.
Okay, write the story behind the painting, please. Put that in because I'm not sure which part you're talking about. Yes. So, okay. So, all right. So, also, did you notice that there was like a different crown for each of them too?
Yes, I did. I thought that was beautiful. They all wearing different dresses. And also they are totally maiden mother crone. Hello. I'm sure somebody made that distinction as well. So I thought, whoa, that's nice. I
appreciated a little bit of detail there in that. Yep.
Agreed.
And then what did you guys think of the explanation of magic, where she was like, it's matter, it's atoms, it's energy and vibration.
Yes, it's quantum physics.
Right?
Whoa.
Yeah. That is another reason I like the movie, because it was a very matter-of-fact sort of breakdown of that, and it sort of demystified that word to people who are not practitioners.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool that like they even bothered to do that.
It was very nice. And plus when Miss Clary takes you to the woods and asks you questions, you just answer her politely.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see. Also another comment that she makes in that talk, the grandmother to her, is that you are not in nature, you are nature. And that has been a part of my stuff since I was pretty little. Like that was one of those sentences that really kind of shifted my viewpoint into a lot of things. Because we as humans tend to think of ourselves outside of nature.
We do.
But we are also nature. I even see it in like man-made versus natural. Man is still natural. Anything made by man is still technically natural. Because the things you're using to make that are also natural, and the man is natural. I mean, people will come at me about that, and I am ready for that. But
we are the elements. We are the elements, you know? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I may not be dirt.
So yeah, I thought that was a really like simple but like effective way to explain it to someone who is like, ooh, hocus pocus, and is like, actually, Jim Bob, it's atoms.
I know who Jim Bob is, but he's feeling a certain way right now.
Should be like, what? It's fine.
This is coming for me. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So she starts developing things. Like she helps her dad out with some plants. The next day, the plant's really good. She tells her friend, hey, be careful, don't choke on that gum. Her friend chokes on the gum. Like there's all kinds of things like that happening. Jim Bob, he's such a jerk, right? Jim Bob.
You have no idea who he is. Love it. Okay.
No idea who Jim Bob is. But again, I'm probably related to one somewhere. I'm not even kidding. I got a Julius. I got like 3 Bubbas, y'all. Come on. He's somewhere in there, I promise. Anyway.
We got a question from Draven.
Autumn?
What is autumn?
In sarcasm. He's being sarcastic, yes. Autumn. I was like, what is this god you're speaking to me about? No. How did we get here? No. Okay, so I don't know. There's just a lot. I think Aidan Quinn did really good in it. I enjoyed him in it.
Yep.
I think that her family is what held the movie together for me.
The family was lovely. I know that they were talking about a painting. Julie B was in there talking about a painting. So the after school, there's, they're all artists. So that's pretty interesting. Yes. So she is making art out of trash, which I adore and love. And as a tree hugger myself, I am very much into, reusing. I mean, if you ever get presents back from me and it might be wrapped in the same paper that you wrapped a present in, I will do that. I do that stuff.
Reduce, reuse.
I do.
Save the world. Anybody remember that?
I do. If you guys remember back at 4 Elements, we have done stuff about, chasing coral and all these other things, yes. Trying to raise money for that and all this stuff. So I really loved that about her, because I feel that that's something that should come. And I say should, it's not really my job to say should, but I feel that is a natural thought process behind any type of witchy practice. And especially if you're more Wicca inclined, or spiritualist or any of that type of thing, it just sort of feels like a natural progression of that. Because you see the trash around and down and whatever, and it should, you see the plants dying and the animals suffering and all this other stuff, and that it's thrown the energy off balance. You know that there's something wrong with it, and you should be upset about it. So I love that portion. Absolutely love that portion. And I love the fact that they're all artists. And as an artist, the mom is doing, or the grandmother is doing metal work, which she's an element worker. And then the mom is doing visions. So she's a painter. It just sort of makes sense. And then you've got Rhea, the girl, that is kind of doing all of it. And she's struggling with trying to get some graphite down on paper and trying to see that. That was something that was amazing. And maybe that's what Julie's talking about. So when she couldn't get this one corner of the foot right and stuff like that, and the grandmother, Miss Clary, comes on over with all of her wisdom, and she's like, what are you seeing? Here you have the family. You got the family. And do you see that they make a circle together within this space? And I'm like, oh, so beautiful. I'm like, she's amazing. Love it. Love that.
Yeah, I like the flow of everything. Just how they spoke about a lot of stuff in it. Was very in the spirit. Like whoever helped to make this probably was pagan, or they consulted someone. Like clearly, who did a pretty good job on it. I think for being like the shorter sort of feel good movie that it is. I feel like they did a really good job at sort of the spirit or the essence of what the point of like that tradition was, and you know, that kind of thing. The viewpoint. So yeah. Now, okay, so she finds these giant tree stumps and she starts washing them. He's helping her and everything, and she ends up doing sculptures of them, and she's out, and you know, he's got like the big crane trying to move them all around for her, and so, and they're massive, right? Like they're huge. And then finally she's like, it's not right, and then she closes her eyes and they start moving. Right. And he's like, you
like, yeah,
excuse me,
yeah. Yeah.
All in all, I feel like he took that really well.
I think he took it really well. I do. I mean, I was reading a comment there for a second. What is it?
Julie, can I?
Yes.
Pin Julie B's comment. Yes. Is it bad that I thought the three tree stumps reminded me of the three shells of Demolition Man? No, because me also the first time.
Yes, I was like, yes.
Absolutely.
We're with you. We're with you. We're with you on that.
It really did. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No. But no, so she's like, what the heck? I just saw them there and they did that thing. And then, you know, we start realizing that she's got these other things too. And the whole time she's seeing this girl in the blue dress with the bad wig. And then they tell her like, hey, what's up? Oh, and also at one point, the whole, like, I think maybe halfway or towards the beginning, maybe the mother starts having this dream that there's a car crash or an accident of some sort, and Rhea is in it. That's the lead girl.
Bleeding on the road.
She gets really, really scared for her. She gets a little paranoid of it, like anywhere she's going. You know, she's just like, where are you? Tell me, da-da-da. Very, like, you know, hovering. And understandably so.
Cover mom.
Hovering.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rhea the whole time is spending time with this dude and like sculpting these trees. And so
losing track of time, being all in the raptures of young love,
being in the zone, you know.
Oh boy,
yes, and and so, and can't relate by humbug. No, so the mom is just, you know, freaking out. The dad knows that she's going somewhere, but is like covering for her some, because basically she's supposed to be like spending time at the gallery and stuff with him. Right. So the dad was, you know, getting pushed over a little bit.
He was.
Yeah.
But I love his response to her is like, even when she came back late, because so she's come back late a couple of times because she's just, not there. She's not being responsible. And like, she just sort of like was late with the dad. It's like, how would you disrespect him after he just covered for you like that? That seemed rude. Yeah. But the way he responded to her was very loving, and he was, firm with his boundaries. He's like, look, don't make me lie to your mother again, that kind of thing. Don't put me in this position.
What's the sentence? Don't take advantage of my kindness, Rhea.
Don't take advantage here. And he said that he wasn't going to do that again, that she's on her own. She's going to have to do what she's going to do. And she's like, I'm on with some of the projects, so it's not a big deal. And then it's like, I'll race you home and that kind of stuff. And he's still loving with her. And I thought that was really cool because he established those in totally two different parenting
techniques,
styles, totally too. And I have been on both sides of that. I either was the confident for my stepkids, or I was like way too intense with my own, or vice versa. Bear and I would, change out. And that knee-jerk reaction when you do have the sight and you don't understand what you're actually seeing, but you have all this uncontrollable love for a loved one, and you behave badly in this weird control freaky way that the mother was doing. And she's just going through so much emotional internal pain in what she's seeing. Her husband doesn't understand. The kid's not going to understand. Nobody's going to understand. And the poor mom's just kind of like in it on her own. She feels like she's going crazy.
And so on top of that, they haven't told Rhea yet. So she can't just go to her and be like, hey, I had a vision, right?
Well, they should have.
They should have. But in this, that hasn't been established yet. They haven't told her. So she couldn't just kind of like say that and have that clear the air and, oh, okay, now I understand, Mom. Also,
I feel that that's operator error.
Rhea wants to go off to college, as we previously mentioned, instead of staying and continuing on the traditions of the family religiously. I always thought that was interesting because, one, why is that a choice? Why can't you do both? But two, I thought it was really interesting to see that because, again, it was that pagan perspective on things, where it showed them being wary of the outside world instead of the world being wary of them. And like there is points where that latter part comes in, but I appreciated that they gave that viewpoint too. Because it was like, no, but we've had to stay, kind of to ourselves. We've had to be secretive. We've had to be, live in a very specific way to keep this going. And like, if you go out there and they change your mind, then we might not be able to. So like, to me, it's also this story of sort of the modern world and the old world kind of fighting to come together. And then Rhea being this person who eventually ends up with all three powers, is someone who is going to birth this weird blue-dressed, white-haired wig child into the world who's supposed to like help everything and, bring everything together. And the whole thing reminds me a lot of multiple different prophecies and things in different religions and cultures and things like that. Like the seventh children and stuff like that, who come and sort of merge the past and the future together.
Is that kind of like the seventh son of the seventh son situation, or something
like that kind of thing? And then there's also like different native tribes, but it's not just native. Like there's multiple cultures that have all had some person or some name for a generation that comes and is basically able to blend all things and like be that bridge or that hub where like they can speak on all parts of that. And to me, that also speaks to like integration, possibly ascension, things like that. Whatever word you want to put on it, there's a lot of different words you could put on it. But it's all like that kind of story. And so this is very sort of in line with that too, that like Rhea is this point of birth, goddess in herself, if you will, who is going to birth this person into the world that will have all these gifts and be able to sort of unite stuff and heal the earth and heal mankind and etc. Right? Because nature. And so, like, I thought that was an interesting underlayer to it. In terms of the commentary on like society and that kind of thing, and the tradition versus innovation, and do you really have to choose one or the other, and that kind of thing, how like they just assume her choosing college is choosing the other, but by the end of the movie they're like, no, you can go off, you can do both,
right?
Yeah,
absolutely. I what was I gonna say? And then also Miss Rhea, typical teen, shaking my head, face palming right here. He's got to be all angsty about stuff.
So I dubbed her Rebel Rhea.
Rebel Rhea. Well, let me just say that Rebel Rhea then like ditches her like very happy, cute clothes, and then like goes. I'm just like, what? She's like being Rebel Rhea, right? And I was like, that's what I wore to high school. Like, I don't. I'm like, yeah. And then
she's so edgy.
Now she's like super edgy, and she's like too good to even talk to her friends, and so she walks past them. And let me just say, the side glare that Zoisa is the actress's name actually gives to her friends. I was just like, oh, you bad girl. Oh, you bad. Oh, now you bad because you're wearing black. I get it.
It's the liner. It's the liner.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
With another boy who's over on revenge.
And so I mean, yes, Julie. And you learn later on too from commentary from the family that has been like her longtime crush, that she's had something for, but he never noticed her, and so now she's going to be a badass and get his eye, of course.
Well, he's cute, and trust me, if you want to see more of him, go on over to Revenge, that show over there. You go see a lot of them.
I mean, none of them were my type on this, but it's okay.
I'd rather him than the other boyfriend.
Oh no, the other one's like weird looking. I'm just gonna say it.
Weird, and they put weird makeup on him.
But it's also the stiltedness of him. Like he moves very.
He's an awkward fella.
Like he's you know what I'm saying? Like it just, I don't know. And you were also saying before we came on that he was sort of like pushing acting, like he was
oh yeah, this is a pet peeve of mine, is the overacting. I mean, he is just really laying it on thick, and it's just like, so my dog just came into my lab. Let me give you an example of overreacting. Luna, how are you today? Like it's just ridiculous. Right. It's just too much.
It's almost as if you were a puppet.
It's just so much. I'm like, so look, I'm getting all wound up. Don't watch the movie, Luna. Like, you won't handle it. You won't handle
it. Yeah, he does. He has a very like delivery, like Rhea. Like it's very
extra. This dog. She's like, no.
Very extra. It's almost in line with, I'm sorry ahead of time, guys, but it's almost in line with Bill Compton when he says, "Soker."
Soker.
Like every freaking time I laugh. Every time. Soker. And I'm like, Soker. On my couch eating popcorn. Soker.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, keep talking.
I mean, la. No. So, like, she's all, badass or whatever. She leaves him in the ditch. But I guess we should explain why she leaves him in the ditch. So, there's an incident in the bathroom. I promise there's no side vagina in this conversation. Okay?
There's no. It's a very wholesome show. It's very wholesome.
There's no side vagina this time, I promise. No. But he's cornered by a bunch of dudes who are giving him shit about Rhea, basically, because he's been hanging out with them, with her. And they're like, saying, oh, she's a bad witch, or she's an evil witch, or she's going to put a spell on you, or, we've all heard it. And he's like, that's not it. That's not it. She's a good witch. And she says it to defend her, but then realizes what he's confirmed, that she is indeed a witch. And then they run with it and disappear.
That's
the next day, for Samhain, he goes to her house. They're having a nice little dinner, little Samhain breakfast, or a little Samhain foodie food, and feasty feast. And then something gets lit on fire out in the yard I forget what it was. I think it was like was it like a scarecrow or something? What did they light on fire?
They lit, I don't know what they lit on fire. There was something out there, and then they hurt the goat. They hurt the goat, and they put it on her.
Hurt the goat. Yes, so like if you don't like animals, or probably
it was so wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
Like they don't show the hurting, but they do show the aftermath.
They do.
Yeah, scarecrow. Okay, thank you, Julie. Yes. So they burn a scarecrow, and the whole family comes rushing out because they're like, "What's up?" But before that, the mom's just like, "Someone's here," right?
I know. Yeah,
which is a thing. Like
it
you
is.
just kind of know when people are on your property, and then they run out, and then as they're looking at that, they look off to the side, and on top of the car, with blood writing out, which is their dead Cleo, which is their goat.
Your little goat friend.
And then he is like, I'm so sorry, because he realizes like him saying that has confirmed this, and it's directly related. Like she gets really pissed off, etc. Like tells
which
him
next day she
and
goes.
Then the next day she's Rebel Rhea. Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Yes. Yes, they did kill the goat while the family was inside celebrating and eating for Samhain. Yes.
I have to say that was a lovely exchange with the new boyfriend to come over and have that. I mean, I thought that was lovely. I wish that when my kids brought home their boyfriend or girlfriend, that my husband would have been so nice. That was not the thing. I was mainly feeding him with a spoon in the kitchen, going, "Be nice. Don't say that thing is be nice," the entire time. I'm like, "You can talk shit later. Just be nice." That's
yeah, I mean, yes, true. Mm-hmm. I mean, my family would have. Look,
here.
The makeup of my family was a Capricorn, also a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Gemini, and my dad, the Libra, who was like usually in the other room, away from all of us. Mm-hmm. And the way all of those signs show their love is by picking on you. If we don't poke you a little bit, we don't like you. Be worried.
Be worried. Yeah. In our family, if we don't tease a little bit and we're polite, you're going down. Mm-hmm. You're going down.
Yeah. Now, then my grandmother on my mom's side, my grandparents was a Cancer and a Scorpio, I believe. So that was nice. That was like a little, I'll take the edge off, but yeah, you come to my house, it's like all earth signs, and then a Gemini who's like 0 to 100 in a second.
Yes. So it's Bear and I are both Virgos, and then our son, Aries, and then our other son, Gemini, and our daughter, a Taurus. I don't know how I survived.
Giving people shit too. Yeah.
I don't know how we survived. I really don't.
Yes. Yes. And to be clear, we're not like bullying. It's just a little bit of teasing. And if we notice that somebody's bothered, like that's fine. But like, yeah, basically, if we're not, we don't really like you.
It's true.
But either way. Okay. So, so like that exchange wouldn't have gone down like that. No. Like my mother tells my husband, "Bye, I love you," just to see him blush. She knows she knows that's why, so she plays it up every time.
Every time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, so she turns into Rebel Rhea. All of that's going on, and then she's like, she takes them to like her sacred spot and all of this, like where she goes to think. That's where she does her most thinking. Yeah. And they start littering and stuff, and like she's drinking and trying to have fun, but she's seeing them do this and just being disrespectful to the land.
Totally disrespectful. She regretted taking them there in the first place. She wanted to be like liked by the inn people. Never works out. It never works out.
No. Somewhere in the distance, there's an Italian man dressed as a native man in a war bonnet with a single tear looking at the screen. He was Italian, by the way, guys. But yeah, so like as they litter in the forest, but like it just, yeah. So she's like, hey, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So they get
and
in
they're
the
like,
car.
no.
Yep.
They're like, no, we're here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they do eventually get in the car. They're joking around, giving each other shit and stuff, especially the one girl, because she used to like the bad boy dude she's with now. You know, the usual triangle thing there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they get in the car accident.
Cute. Yeah, yeah, they do.
We're at the end of the movie now, but we'll have plenty of other opinions, I'm sure. Yeah. But they get in there. Everybody's thrown from the car. Guys, how?
I mean,
they were like all over the place.
They're thrown to the side. They're thrown like over there. They're thrown in the front, and then you got the driver just hanging out
in like all different directions.
Oh, like
momentum.
Usually it goes that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and they were all drunk too. Absolutely. Yes, but like still, like you.
Blue Knight says magic.
Maybe atoms. That's what
atoms. The atoms, they dispersed.
Atoms. But they were all over the place.
They were
completely splayed out. She ends up figuring out that she can heal herself because at this point she's only really shown the other two that she's noticed
because she healed her boyfriend's hand in the cut, right?
Yeah.
She knew. Yes. We knew. The viewers knew she had all three. She didn't know.
She didn't know, but we knew.
We knew.
Mama knew. Anyway, so then she figures it out. She heals herself. Then she goes around to all these people and heals them, including the one that there was the triangle with, that one chick.
Yeah, that mean girl.
Including her.
That mean girl's face. Oh, she was like, what's happening?
Right.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, help me. She was like, all right,
the best revenge ever. Right. The best revenge ever. Heal her from all of her pain and be like, what? Now what? Boom. Mic drop. Ah.
That's some water sign revenge.
Now what you got?
That's some water sign revenge. Yes. Look at how amazing I am to you, even though you've been horrible to me.
Oh,
yes. But no. So then, she comes back and she's like, I did it. I'm all three. And then she accepts her role into it. But there's a comment between. So she has her best friend, and then he has his best friend. And at a certain point, they're talking on like a double date kind of situation, and the two best friends are talking, and the girl best friend says, if you had powers, would you be a villain or a hero?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was also kind of like a very foreshadowing sentence on the whole kind of story of the movie, because the whole thing is saying like who really is the guy or the bad guy again, like not as clear and powerful as the last one we saw, but it still has that sort of influx of like, depending on what side you're on, who's the one who's actually being, oppressed or like the bad guy or the villain, or who's the hero here.
Right.
And it was interesting to me because the friend who is not pagan was like, oh, I'd be a villain, like instantly. And she's like, are you sure? And like, she's trying to talk him out of it and trying to, get, and he's like, no, I'd be a villain. And this is what it is. And this is how I do it. And da-da-da. And I thought that was interesting too, in the fact that he signifies, or he represents sort of the outside world.
Yes. And
the fact that he was just like, nope, I'd be a villain instantly, in terms of that, like that search for power. And I don't know, I thought that was a really cool little side shot moment that might not have been blatant, but definitely matched sort of the context of the movie too.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. Because it's also kind of like, are you the, it kind of goes back to Brand New Cherry Flavor. It's like, are you really the hero of this story? You got to ask yourself that question in magic all the time.
It's like that black and white.
What am I doing here? I know it feels a certain way, but what am I doing? Yes. True.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility, for sure. I love it.
No kittens were involved in the making of this movie. Absolutely, Julie B.
No kittens were involved. No side hoo-haws. Even though I think the maintenance would be a lot easier, but no.
I said Rebel Rhea, and the next thread I said, if she hadn't rebelled, would she have saved them?
Ooh.
So if she hadn't rebelled against her mom, if she hadn't rebelled against him, if she hadn't gone down that path, because the whole time you're like, oh no, Rhea, don't do it. You're what are you doing? Right? Yeah. Like you had a whole trajectory and then you fucked it up.
Yeah.
But then you ask, well, if she hadn't, she wouldn't have been in that car, and they would have
been in the car.
Died possibly.
Yeah,
or they wouldn't even been on the road. We don't know. Like, would she have saved them? Would it have even happened? And so I thought that was an interesting question too, because it's like, so often we assume that the mistakes or the things that are side cuts or side paths for ourselves are not where we should be.
Okay.
But in that moment, with it ending that way, it was kind of like, no, but that was how it needed to happen to have her there at that moment. And so that also made me bring it into like, okay, well, in our practice, in our life, how often are we thinking, oh man, I fucked that up, or oh, I shouldn't have gone and done that, or I shouldn't have done it this way, or man, I wish I hadn't said that. And but it got us to where we needed to be later for something. Like, we just don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like, we as the audience have the advantage of seeing that, but we're not necessarily our own audience.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So I thought that was
a good perspective. That's a really good perspective. I didn't consider. Huh. You with the thoughts. You with the stuff.
It's my thinking machine.
I like it.
It does stuff sometimes.
Julie B says true, Cris, true.
Yes.
You get a yes. For sure.
Yes.
Well, I love it. I love how she just starts to walk. She heals everybody and just starts walking. But the rest of the rest of the village is all looking for her, but she just still walking home. And of course, Dracula has to come around and find her. He's the one that finds her and takes her home. And Dracula is her boyfriend. Then again, she sees him.
What is his name in it again?
I don't know. I don't know.
That tells you how much I'm impressed by him. I've seen it several times, and I still don't remember his name.
Hold on. I'll get there. Last Keepers. Here we go. Information. His name. He plays.
Oh, Sam. Yeah, you said earlier Sam Underwood is
Sam Underwood is the actor name, but then I don't know what his. Oliver. That's right. Oliver. Ollivander.
Yes. So Oliver, that's the dude. Yeah. So I feel like some of the casting could have been better, but I feel like I loved your family, and the reason I recommended this was because I wanted you guys to see how they portrayed the earth-based side of things and the family side of things and stuff like that, because I felt like that was so fairly done, given the content of the movie. Also, those wood sculptures were just really freaking sweet.
They were sweet. I love the family aspect as well. I just wish that they would have raised her. If they were already raising her pagan, they should have. I feel that it would have been better for them if they would have just let her know about all of it at the get-goes, and she would have felt a different level of responsibility with it, and it would have been a nice thing. You're waiting for your talents to emerge. I get it, and you want to see what you're whatever, but shouldn't she be on the lookout for some of this stuff? I mean, there's a couple of months in there that passed, and we don't know. I'm just like, I understand it's character development, but I'm like, come on. Like, come on. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, and I think that it could have, there were definitely some plot holes on things, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like it's very much a feel good. It's one of those that's like, you don't analyze it too much. You just kind of go with that. Also, the scenery was gorgeous.
It was beautiful. Where was this filmed? Do we know?
Let's see.
Was it on East Coast or West Coast? I feel it was very East Coast.
It does remind me of like Virginia, where I grew up.
It does, right.
So let's see. Filming took place in Woodstock, New York.
Ah, East Coast.
Yep.
Makes sense. And so, then she moved to the city. She got what she wanted. She went to college. She moved to the city, and then she showed up on that Showgirls. She went downhill. Rebel Rhea took over. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, and good point, Kim. So Kim in Whisper says, really liked the movie, but thought the end was too cheesy. She has a dark future to fight to make it all happen. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that it leaves you at the cliffhanger of like fighting it with. And like hey, now that you know, and you're gonna birth this chick into being, like you're gonna go forward and have to fight all this. Like, okay, bye.
Right.
But I took that as it's sort of a, I don't know, like almost a metaphor towards us. Like, okay, so now that we think that, like, now that we see this and this is the battle that's going on, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, what's your part in that? And so I took it as kind of that, of like there's a battle going on, and there are things in this that they show that you can do, like, the DIY sculptures and, the picking up litter and, recycling and like all these kind of things, and planting and that kind of thing. And all of those things are ways to help with that. And they're not the only ones. But I kind of took the ending in that way of like, okay, well, now it's in your hands. Because yes, she does have that to fight, but so do we.
Right.
They're
asking where they can watch the movie. I'm watching it on Amazon Prime, and I'm not having to pay for it. It was free. It was free for me.
Yeah, it was free for me as well.
Or am I on Amazon Prime? Yeah, I'm on Prime.
Maybe you need a subscription to do it?
Yeah, you got to be an Amazon Prime member in order to do that.
It is also on, let's see. It says it's also on Tubi TV, Tubi. It's on Vudu, VUDU, Amazon Prime. You can also get it on YouTube, guys.
Yep.
Also Cinefest, so cinema, like CINEFEST, and Flixfling, FLIXFLING.
Gosh, there's so many streaming services now. It's crazy.
I know, I
can't keep up. Okay.
And I don't know if you saw, Raven, but I went into our Trello board today.
I haven't seen it today. No.
I went down and I put all of the launch dates and how many seasons are in everything. So we kind of have an idea of like when things were done and how many there are in terms of breaking it down and stuff.
Yeah, especially if there's like stuff like if people, I mean, I know that Magicians was addressed to us, but that's several seasons that we're going to have to get through, and it's going to have to be, we're going to have to part that out. There's just no way. There's just no way. So I was thinking about that. So this was your pick. So it's my turn to pick.
Your turn.
I'm going to go after a movie this time. So we're going to come back on now your channel. We're going to do this.
Yes,
and
it'll be the first video back, I believe. I might put one up before then, just like saying hi and I'm still here and I'm active and here's some updates. But it'll be the first live probably back on my channel in like over a year. Easily.
Super excited. And we are not partnering, but we're kind of bundling your witchy entertainment experience for the weekends. And we did this without asking the boys, but we did it. So we just every other Friday, happened to fall when we were doing this right before Drunken Divination. So you can get your double feature Friday. Every other week, and then you can go on over to Drunken Divinations and enjoy their debauchery, and that is absolutely fun, which we will be in the chat over there. So much fun. I am suggesting another movie.
Ooh, okay.
This is This is one. This is my pick. It wasn't given to me, but I have watched it several times. I love this movie, and when I'm feeling a certain way, I love to just put it on and let it be in the background. It's one of those.
Ooh,
So it's a comfort
love
movie
those
for me.
guys. Yes.
It's called Winter's Tale.
Okay, I was looking at the launch date of that today. So yes,
Okay.
I'm excited. Yeah. Okay.
So it's got Colin Farrell in there and some other people. The very pretty
no
young
we've got a LOL.
We got a no. Yes. No, yes. There is. I like this movie. I like this movie because there is, yes, I like the time period. I like the fact that she's the girl is ill, but he comes around. It is a love story. You're going to have to bear through the love story, mushy gush. Okay. You're just going to have to get through it. But in the background.
I don't mind love story. I just don't like performative poetry from a dude I don't know that well. Okay.
There's none of that. I don't believe that there's any of that, but there are some really cool things in there that
I just put into the chat the link to my channel because someone was asking how to find it.
Oh wow.
If one of the mods could please just to push that through, that'd be great.
Push that through. Let me see. I'm modding.
Yeah, so that's where she will be week after next now, the 18th, I think it was.
Yeah, and so we'll do more like little posters and video, like little upload.
Yep.
Instagram, I'll go on Instagram and do like a little thing. So you still find me on Instagram. So we'll still do that stuff. So I'll build the board and do the stuff. Is that the February 18th? Is that when we're looking at it next to come back?
Yes, I believe so. Let me check my book.
And we will be watching A Winter's Tale.
Yep. And it'll be at 9 p.m. So same time.
Same time.
Winter's Tale down now, right?
Same time, different bat channel. Okay, so I'm going to read you the thing. This is
better choreography next time. We'll practice.
We're going to practice. It's going to become muscle memory for us. So, A Winter's Tale. This was done in 2014. It's 118 minutes. You can definitely devour this very quickly. Set in mythic New York City, and the spanning more than a century, Winter's Tale is a story of miracles crossed with destinies, an old age battle between good and evil.
Ooh, okay.
And when I first had heard of the movie, actually to rent it is $1.99. So you guys can probably find it somewhere else if you don't want to spend the $1.99. I personally own it because, as Noah had said in the 12-hour chat, I have DVDs for days and I refuse to get rid of them because the power goes out here quite often and we've got a generator we can pop in a DVD and not have to worry because, internet goes down too. So that's the thing. What I love about it is we've got Will Smith in there. You also have
so Colin Farrell, you said.
Colin Farrell, Will Smith. Actually, let me look.
I ain't never heard of this one. That's some big names for me to just not heard it.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly is in here. Oh. You've got Jessica Brown Finley. She's the beautiful love interest. You also find her on Downton Abbey. She was the youngest sister. Okay. You have Russell Crowe, and I said Jennifer Connelly as well. We also have Matt Bomer. You've seen him a lot. He's currently in The Sinner right now. Really super good. Who else? We got Lucy Griffith. We've got Michael Crane. We've got a ton of people up in here. These other names I don't know. See, but Russell Crowe, and they don't even show Will Smith in here, but I know he's in here. Or maybe is he? Yes, he is in there. Okay, so Will Smith does a cameo in there, and you're just like, what is he doing in here? Like, what's going on? And then Russell Crowe is scary. He is like some sort of like weird mobster thing, but when you realize what he actually is, there's some stuff that happens to his face when he's angry, and it freaks me out. Like, it freaks me out a little bit. I was like, what? Oh, you're not going to like him when he's angry in this at all. So this is a thing. This is a mood. And then there's like all this, like, it almost feels very First Nation folklore. in what's happening in the battle. There's a modern aspect to it, considering the day of what it is. It's like when it's kind of like set in the 20s, 30s ish time frame. So there's a lot of really good costuming. There's just like really good acting, and there's just so much. And there's just like, so I want to discuss this with people. Gotta see it. Winter's Tale.
It looks like there's another version, possibly. So you're talking about the one that has Will Smith and Colin Farrell in it.
I'm talking about the 2014. Yeah, 2014 Winter's Tale. I feel like I should just turn around the thing and show you guys the trailer. Hold on. Maybe I can do that.
I don't know.
In a world. You guys are going to see my laundry that I haven't put away.
In a world. Where Raven inverts her camera.
Oh, I know. Okay. we're in the bedroom where the magic is not happening lately. Here you go.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay. You guys ready? Y'all ready for this? Going on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Turn it up. As soon as it decides to go.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Watch it together.
This feature. I like that you're gonna stand there. Like this is giving me like Mystery Science Theater 3000 vibes.
Yeah, I got it. Here, go move forward this way. There you go. He's talking about her. So cute. Don't make me cry.
Oh my gosh. Actually, wait, Raven?
Yeah?
You might not want to show the whole thing.
Oh. Why?
Lives and copyrights and stuff.
Oh, true. Okay,
yeah. Got one more live.
Don't look. Don't look.
Probably don't.
Okay. There's done.
I just thought about that.
Okay, pan out. Pan out again.
Vibe. That is a Winter's Tale, yes. So that is the next one that we will be watching. For, let's see, so on February 18th at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, we will be gathering to talk about it.
Ooh, I feel like we should.
I have never seen it. I had never even heard of it, so I'm pretty excited.
Yay! I'm excited. Get ready for some mush, but you know what? It's Valentine's Day. You get a lovey-dovey business.
Yeah, I guess it's well timed, really.
It's well timed. Yeah. Go get some love on.
Absolutely. Hey, Irish. Yes. So yeah, no, it is, and it's good for the cold weather. I agree.
So yeah. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And then I know that Snow had a request that I've forgotten. I'm going to have to go back to the thing. Snow, if you're in the chat still, tell us which one you wanted, because there was one that she was going to add to the list and I haven't gotten there yet.
So I'm looking for places that is streaming. So far, all I've been able to find is, okay.
Amazon?
So Tubi TV, Amazon Prime, Vudu has it, YouTube has it, and Google Play has it.
Okay.
So there you go. You guys can find it on those.
Sorry, it wants to play so badly. Hold on. Let me just turn it off. There. Okay, good.
And I guess iTunes has it too. I don't use iTunes, so I didn't know you could do movies there, but good to know.
Okay, yeah. So there's options.
Skeleton Key is a great one, Snow.
Which one? Skeleton Key. So yeah, I think that we're gonna go a little darker next time. Yes. That'll be fun, but it'll be Chris's pick. So we'll add you. Yeah, and then also somebody asked for Beautiful Creatures as well, which is another movie about witches.
Yes. We have a ton of these guys. So yeah, we sat down and figured out, what was it, 9 months?
Yeah,
enough for 9 months if we do it bi-weekly.
If we do it bi-weekly. And we'll try to keep this schedule, but that's going to shift and bend depending on how that goes, and we'll just roll with it.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Lock and Key is already on the list.
Lock and Key is on it. Yeah. Who else? What did they say? Oh yeah, Beautiful Creatures. Yes, I know. People were asking about that.
Yes. Always a Witch. Nathan asked if we could add Always a Witch. That one isn't on the list. And it is new to Netflix. So that would be cool to cover. I guess
that was that beautiful Black Witch.
Yes.
Always a Witch. So. Okay. I don't think I've watched it, so I'm down.
I haven't seen it either.
Luna Near is on it. Luna Near is on the list.
Luna Near is on it. I definitely want to see that. That actually was already, like, when we were talking about doing this, we were talking about doing this.
Yeah, that was on the short list. We're like, hey.
That was definitely the one that I was like, yep, this is one I definitely want to spend time watching for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going for that woman with the white hair aesthetic. I'm going for her. She's gorgeous.
But it's fine. It's fine. At least I don't have a really bad white wig.
Oh, I think I'll find one. I
should have worn a blue dress and a bad white wig for this.
You could have. Are we going to start doing that? We start dressing up like the characters, and then we start doing
encourage me to be extra because my Leo rising will do it.
I love it. And then we can memorize a scene and act it out in our pitiful way. No, Suki. Oh, I love it so. Oh my God. Oh, so funny. Do it, please. Do it, please.
Oh my God. If we ever watch Alice in Wonderland, I already have a hat that's a top hat with rabbit ears, so it's perfect.
Yeah,
it's with Alice in Drunken Divinations, actually.
Oh, The Witches of Eastwick. I just watched that the other day. That's in my rotation.
My money.
Oh my God, I won't pay money.
Yes,
we're already on the nail parts.
Yep, Cursed is already on the list. Thank you, Angel. Yes,
Cursed is on the list.
Yeah, Witches of Eastwick is great too. Yeah, we have so many, and they're awesome. I'm very excited. There's a lot of them that I've never seen before. There's a few that I have. So I'm really excited. That one of them I had to literally pull myself away from watching the other night because I was like, I can't do this yet. I'm not allowed. And it was Archive 81 because my husband was already watching it.
It's on the list.
I was like, what is this? And he's like, Archive 81. And I was like, no, I can't.
It is. Whoa. I mean, it is so psychological. It is where Brand New Cherry Flavor had that psychological stuff, but it was just very brutal. It just felt very, Quentin Tarantino, American Horror Story, kind of like, whoa, that's a lot. Archive 81 starts off slow and creeps in, and you're like, It was another one where my husband was coming in, and I'm just like, no, don't ask me. I gotta concentrate. Come take it in. Yeah, it's good. I'm
writing in the ones that they've suggested just to make sure we have them.
Yeah, Archive 81. I actually posted it on my Facebook page not too long ago, and I'm like, anybody else? Please, I need somebody to talk to. I really started this series just because I needed somebody to talk to about all the movies that I've been watching while I've been down sick. This is it. Somebody.
Well, I pulled myself away just so that I would have a fresh take on that. I just so I'd have more thoughts. But yes, Witches of Eastwick. Did I miss anything else? I got Beautiful Creatures, Skeleton Key. Oh, Bellbook Candle.
I've never seen that one.
Really?
Ooh. Never seen it.
Okay.
Never seen it.
Well, if we're going to do that, then I'm going to say the original Wicker Man.
Ooh, with Nicolas Cage?
Oh, the original from the 70s.
Oh, the original. Oh, okay, yeah. Because Nicolas, he wandered all around that island. Very confused. Poor guy.
I mean, that's fine. But, the Wicker Man from the 70s was way better.
True. True.
The Love Witch. Okay.
Just please don't make me do the Good Witch. Please, God.
I will not make you do the Good Witch because I'm not doing that either.
Please, God, I can't.
I tried.
I just can't do
it. It's very much like a feel good, but it's
feel
good that
it is so after school special. I can't. Please, God, don't make me.
Yeah, after school special is a very accurate description. Yes, it is very after school special. Yes, absolutely.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
That one I haven't seen in forever.
Ever.
Forever.
Lawrence Jackson.
For real. No,
we're getting our Andre 3000 on. Oh,
apologize times, or sorry, a trillion times.
What is Woman on Top? Snow, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a name. My bad.
I didn't know if you were just like coming on.
I thought you were just like Women on Top, man. Yeah.
Like, come on, girls.
Or like you were announcing that you were top. I didn't know.
I'm just like, go you, boo.
Yeah. Good job, Snow.
Raising Dion is another one, but I don't really know if that's like supernatural enough. I don't know. I think it's more Raising Dion. I don't know if anybody's watched Raising Dion. It's a Netflix show. Oh, Archive 81 just came up again. Yeah, so good.
Yeah, you got that one on there.
Raising Dion feels more superhero-y. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Oh my God, Summer. Are you saying Samar? Is that what you're talking about, Nathan? Samar. Like Midsommar.
Nathan is run amok. I don't know.
We don't even know. Everybody's just shouting things. Yeah, Midsommar. Okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Salem was good. Not crazy about Penny Dreadful. Oh, Penny Dreadful's already on the list.
Penny Dreadful is on the list. My husband loved Penny Dreadful. We'll see. I'm going to give it a chance.
I liked Penny Dreadful until the last 2 episodes. I was like, this is crap. And now I understand a different story about that because Penny Dreadful was closing down because she had a contract to go be on Mrs. Pettigrew Wayward Children or whatever. She had a contract to go do that movie. So she needed to like stop and end. And she had way too much stuff that was going to be happening. So it just sort of fell apart on them. But I understand.
Can we put our own in? Yes. I know one that I bet both of us, I can almost guarantee both of us has watched, but it's one of my all-time favorite movies. It is not inherently witchy, but it is spooky.
Okay.
The Lost Boys.
Yes! That was one of my first movies. I cannot tell you the nostalgia I feel when somebody says The Lost Boys to me. I was in Universal. It was Hollywood, Universal Studios. I was there with my best friend. We had lied to get out of the house. The parents did not know where we were. We were there. We met up with boys. It was bad. We were making bad decisions. I was Rebel Rhea for sure. And here we are on Hollywood, and on Universal Walk, and that they had just built that great big huge theater. There was 20 different screens. It was insane. And so we get in there and this boy is trying to go with me, and I'm like, back off, sucker. I'm busy. I'm in it. I'm watching the show. I'm like, I don't even like you. You got acne on your face. I'm not kissing it. No. So not happening. And so we had the most exciting theater filled with people. Have you ever been to the movies where everybody is laughing in all the right parts? Mm-hmm. They're like, the scene where they have the holy water in the bathtub where they kill the vampire. Everybody's going, and then laughing afterwards. It was great.
It is legit fantastic. One of my all-time favorite movies. And if you were to ask me, because how people do their fashion inspiration on Pinterest, if you were to ask me what movie inspired my own fashion choices and shit, it would be The Lost Boys. raggedy biker metalhead vibe.
There's a little bit of hippie business in there too.
Add some post-apocalyptic in there because everything's like shredded and kind of like haphazardly worn. Fucking here for it.
Yes,
put
and
that in like Mad Max in a little ball, and that's
I was born in San Jose, and my family had an apricot orchard in Los Gatos, which is not far from where they filmed this movie. So, you know, on the boardwalks of I think they call it Santa Clara. I think it's Santa Clarita, Santa. I don't know what they call it, but yes, it's over there, and it's like over just above like San Francisco-ish area on the other side.
I'm so happy that so many people in the comments love The Lost Boys. It's great, y'all. Love it.
Yes.
Like that song, the fuck, what's his name? Jared. Yeah, that song like still gives me chills. I'm like in a moment. I know that Manson redid it. I don't care.
Okay.
I like the original is just so like that choir of kids coming in and
Yep. Santa Clara. It is Santa Clara. I knew it. That's a thing. And the aunt from Practical Magic is in there as the mom. Younger.
Yes.
Connections. That is actually my superpower. My husband's like, you have this superpower that I can play the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon and like get it in 2 degrees because I can just do it. It's
also kind of what you did for a while. So like you have like the mind for remembering that stuff, I'm sure.
I can remember, and I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so from this and that or whatever, and they play blah, 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 blah. And he's just looking at me like, how do you know this? I'm like, I have the mind of useful information. I am your cash cab call.
So I'm really good at remembering faces, but I'm not good at names. And so I will be like, oh, that's, and then I'll look at my husband and he'll be like, blah, blah, blah. Like he'll just know the name, and I'm like, how the hell do you do that? So like me and Bear will just like look at you guys like the whole time instead.
I was raised by a television set. I'm perfect for this.
Yeah.
Send me in, Coach. What else am I watching?
Send me in, Coach. Yes. All right. So I got the gift. I've got the Dark Shadow. Oh, the Covenant. That's a good one too. Yeah.
The Gift with Kate Blanchett. I haven't watched that one. Which one did they put in there? The Covenant.
Covenant. Yeah.
Ooh, is that the one with the boys? The boys that go to college. The boy witches.
The Covenant. I thought it was like a.
There's like a Sleepy Hollow. Ooh.
Yeah, I think that one is from
a bunch of cuties.
Supernatural legacy or forced to battle a fifth power.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yes, the boy witches. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
There's so many. Yes. Also, for the record, our list is always open to anything werewolf, guys. I'm a werewolf lover, so anything that you have that is werewolf, please.
Isn't it just wolf? What is the one with this is going back with Michelle Pfeiffer and Jack Nicholson. Wasn't there a werewolf movie there?
What was that called?
Wolf?
It might have been, it might have been Wolf, yeah.
Was it Wolf? I can't remember. That's an old one. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, it's Wolf.
It is Wolf. Yes. Okay.
It's Wolf. Yeah. No, because I love all things werewolf. Wolves, yes.
We need to bring more wolves, but we're not doing. We've decided we are not doing any Twilight sparkly vampire.
I will not. I will not.
No.
I will not.
No.
Will not watch Twilight. I'm sorry, guys. I watched them all once to give it a fair shot, and I suffered the entire way. And I'm sorry, that doesn't even get one pentacle for me.
That's sorry. No. Oh, we didn't even get pentacles this time. Okay,
we did. We need to get pentacles.
Okay, the last keepers for me. Out of 5 pentacles, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 because of the juiciness behind it did feel a little bit like, well, they could have tried to. I'm like, I don't know if it was a budget thing. I don't know what was happening, and maybe they just put all the money in making those stumps move. I don't know, but I think, yeah, 4 pentacles for me.
I was thinking about it, and I'm torn because like 3 to 4. I really like it because it's a feel good. For me, it is something that I can put on in the background and play and just like have that sort of mood. I usually have this on with like the windows open when I'm like smoke cleansing and doing, stuff and kind of like meandering from altar to altar and like that kind of thing. So it's just sort of playing and it's that feel good mood. So I like the vibe. So I'm tempted to give it that. And then also like the 3 would be neat because like the acting and stuff in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
But the actual dialogue, like the script that they were working with wasn't stilted. And so I think that it is the actors in that situation, not all of them. Some of them were amazing. And so I think that's more so what was putting it into this kind of like cheesy, unbelievable thing. Because I feel like had the actors been really good, they would have been able to play off that cheese.
Yes, they would have been able to. Yeah, they would have twisted it a little. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think with that said, I'm going to do 3.5.
3.5. Okay, 3.5.
3.5. I know I was the one that recommended this, but I'm going to do 3.5 because I'm stuck between 3 and 4. 3 on sort of the acting, 4 on sort of the overall mood of it. So yeah. Are
there any? I think we've already nailed down some of the series that you guys can start watching now that we'll get to later if you guys need some more time. Can you just tell them, because I don't have the list in front of me, can you tell them a couple of the series? So like Archive 81 is going to be one of them.
Archive 81 is one of them. Wheel of Time is on here. The Magicians has 5 seasons. You guys might want to get started on that one. Let's see. Lock and Key is on here. American Gods has 3 seasons. That's on here.
Yep.
Penny Dreadful has 3 seasons. That's on here.
Really? There's 3 seasons of Penny Dreadful? Goodness gracious.
Discovery of Witches. There are 3 seasons.
3 seasons. And not all of them are out, so that's going to have to be, we're going to have to chunk that up into season 1, season 2, season 3, because I am waiting for episodes to drop. I don't know. Okay, let me just say, I am so pissed off at whoever it was.
We do also have Shadow and Bone, but there's only 1 season on that. So I'm just letting you guys know, though, because I know a lot of people said Shadow and Bone and Luna Nera as well.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited for Night Teeth because I've already seen it and it's great, but I want to talk about it. There's vampire. Oh, and I just got the skinny on my. I watch Hollywood about to come out type stuff, all the time. And I had put Dracula Untold on that list because it's one of my favorite vampire movies, but I forgot to mention Bram Stoker's Dracula. Well, we have to talk about it. We got to talk about it. If you're going to go vampire, you're going to go like vampire. And I'm like, good. So good. Yeah, well,
so good. One of my friends. But
that was so well led. What was the guy's name again? Who was the
Gary Oldman?
Yes, Oldman.
I know he's a silver fox for me. He's a silver fox for me. Yeah, he's on the list.
Amazing. So yes,
he's also Sirius Black.
Yes. Well, and also Dusk Till Dawn is another one that's a vamp one that was great back in the day. Yes.
You're not a big vampire fan, though. You're not a big vampire fan.
I'm not. I like vampires stuff, but I like when the vampires are grittier and a little rough. That's why I like Dusk Till Dawn, because they're not sort of these like refined suit kind of posh vampires. No. They're like, packing like machine guns in their crotch and shit and drinking whiskey. Like, those are my vampires.
Those are your vampires. Now, are we talking Dusk Till Dawn, the movie, the Quentin Tarantino movie, or are we talking Dusk Till Dawn, the series? Because I have watched both.
I have not seen the series.
The series is kind of like, oh, okay. You get to a point and you're like, oh, okay. Did I make it to season 2? You're like, ugh, so much. Van Helsing is another one. She's so many things. But okay, so in Dracula Untold, I found out that they're making a sequel to that. And so I'm like, oh, so super excited.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen it yet.
It's a totally different twist on the whole Dracula story and how he got to be what he is. Mm-hmm.
All right. Cris, have you seen Bitten? Bitten sounds familiar. That's a series, right?
Bitten?
Is it a series? Because there was a werewolf one that I watched that was a series, and I think it was called Bitten.
Yeah, we need more werewolfiness in here, for sure.
It's, okay, I get that, like, yes, and books. Okay. Then I'm pretty sure I've seen it. But we can put it in the list. I mean, okay.
Oh boy, tell me that Big Brother doesn't even exist, because I just went to go search and they gave me a thing for Still Magnolias because I was talking about Weeza and Miss Clary. Tell me Big Brother doesn't exist.
No.
Like, how does Still Magnolias just pop up on your Netflix? Nah, I don't think so. I see you. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. No, okay. I love werewolf stuff. I like, supernatural smut that you can get, like audiobooks and things like that, and you probably go, who the hell reads this? It's me.
It's you. You're the one.
It's me.
Okay.
It's me, Jesus. It's
me. I'm telling you, I'm over here. I mean, as soon as I get off of this, I'm going to be trying to finish Vanderpump Rules. And I watch, Selling Sunset and Selling Tampa and, Below Deck. Don't get me started. Too Hot to Handle. I'm in it for all of it. I gotta know.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yep. Digging this. Okay. Did I put Bitten down? I did put Bitten down. Okay.
The Wolf Man?
Yeah, the Wolf
Just
Man.
The regular Wolf Man?
The old one, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Cris, look into Bitten and anything by Kelly Armstrong. So hold up. Serious. I'm a visual person, right? I don't remember names and shit. So I need to see the image and then I could be like, oh yeah, I know that thing. Yep. I've seen that. I would totally watch it again.
Kim, when do I sleep? Listen, I have been laying in the bed for like 4 weeks. So, I mean, I can't go out and have fun. And let me just say, I am at a point. Did I say this on my live earlier? I'm just at a point where I'm getting invited to do all kinds of fun things from like local friends. And Mystery Weekend is happening here soon at the end of the month, where the whole town of Langley gets there are people that get dressed up, and then you have to go to certain people to try to put the mystery together and all this other stuff. And my husband's a part of it.
And big, town-wide murder mystery.
It's a thing that's happening. Wow. It's just so amazing. And the whole community comes together for it. And did they do it last year? No, they didn't. Did they do it? I can't remember. I don't think that they did because of COVID, but they are so excited about it. And I know I'm not going to be able to get out. What, am I going to beat somebody with my walker?
Could they give you the role of someone who is in a wheelchair, perhaps?
I don't know what the theme is. I've never been involved. Normally, I'm just like, people.
I know that feel.
I talk a big game. I like to throw parties and then stand back and let everybody else enjoy. That's how I'm just like, I don't really want to be in the party.
And occasionally step in and yell at someone for almost breaking something.
Yeah, I don't really want to like be in the party. I want to create the space so people can have fun and be like, look, awesome, great, they're doing stuff. Let's do it again next year.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just saying the other day on a podcast with Charlie, we were talking about the fact that Charlie is Charlie Cisco, by the way, for those who don't know who the hell I'm talking about. But I was talking about the fact that, like, when your job is talking to people one-on-one so much, when you like clock out effectively, you don't want to talk to anybody. You've spent the entire day outputting, and so all you want to do is like input. Like, let me like watch something or like listen. Like, I like to listen to audiobooks because it's someone talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I like audiobooks, and
I love it, but it's like being in that mode all day.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, shut down.
Oh, big fish. Big fish.
Oh, big fish, yes.
Okay, I'm turning off my controller. I don't want to see anymore. Because right now I think we're at 3 years every other week.
So many.
That's a lot. Okay. Anything else, people?
And here's the thing, guys. We're not going to go in order. We're going to look at the list, and we're just going to take turns picking, or maybe like eventually we'll have a guest or something and let them pick from the list. That'd be kind of fun, like a Russian roulette thing. Like, I don't know, what are they going to pick? Yeah. Or like they could even do a wild card and just suggest something that's not on the list, maybe.
Yeah. You will always have at least 2 weeks to notification so you can know things. You can have time to watch stuff. Yes.
Absolutely. I do not have Hoopla. I have Chirp. And Chirp is pretty good. Yes.
Chirp.
Chirp.
Chirp. Chirp. Chirp. I don't even know what a chirp is.
It's like really cheap or free audiobooks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Since TV on, but pays for Netflix. We watch a lot of Netflix, Hulu, things like that.
I do too.
Yeah. Although I will say I am a creature of habit, and I usually default on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Forged in Fire.
Okay, then you really need to come here. Okay, you're like, you don't understand why. Because Ryan, the big tall guy, the goofy guy, he lives in Bellingham and has a couple land masses over on the mainland. And he has an improv theater that we've all been to, and he has his people from Western Washington University in the theater department. They go over to his spot and they do improv, and you are sitting this close to Ryan as he's making you a part of the scene. So come on over to the Pacific Northwest. We got stuff happening here.
That's awesome. That sounds great. Yes, I would. Hell yeah. I'm definitely down for that one day. No, it's usually that or like Fortune Fire. Husband and I like yelling at people for getting D-lamps and things because they're doing a San Mai wrong. Don't use the taco method. It never works. Like we've ever done it. We've never done it.
I like cooking shows. I like the
armchair knowledge. The British Bake Off, that one I like watching too.
And I love all things Gordon Ramsay because he's a total asshole, but he's smart and he's always right. And he's saying the things that you really want to say, but you don't have the balls to say it. I'm just like, yes. I'm like, Queen, I love him.
Like, funny thing about Forged in Fire, so David Baker on there now lives where I used to live.
Really? Oh, cool. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, my family and stuff have seen him in like the Walmart.
In the Walmart.
Yes. Yeah, but
Gordon Ramsay has his own channel? Shut up. Does he really? He should by now.
Like
between Hell's Kitchen and all this other stuff. And also the Tiny Homes, the Zach Giffen, he's out of Bellingham as well. And then we've got the Treehouse guy who's just down here on the other side. You can come stay in a treehouse. You can stay there, Cris. You're like, I know it's a hotel. So you can pick which treehouse you want to stay in. And then there's like the main lodge. There's fun stuff.
This island, who made this?
This island? Well, everything is on the actual island, but just in this area. Yeah, it's pretty epic. Lots of fun stuff to do. Throw a rock, fun stuff to do.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. In Toledo right now, we are covered in snow.
I saw that. How you doing? Must know a friend?
I'm cold.
I'm sorry.
I have a hoodie on today. I'm cold. Also, credit to this. Native Threads.
Ooh.
Native company.
Beautiful.
They're great. I've had this for a long time.
Gorge. Yeah. I will check them out.
I got like a nice little design on the back. Yeah. Anyway.
What's on the
sleeve? So design.
More design. Nice.
It's on both. I think it's the same.
You know what I forgot to say about the Last Keepers is that their yard. Okay, so if we could take their yard and put it at the practical magic house, you know, on the other side. You remember how they have the big lawn and then they have the other side of the house with the garden and the stuff like that? Let's put it over there. Let's like build the perfect, you know,
instead of that garden.
Well, I want the garden. It can stay over there.
You want the other side to be.
But I want the spiral thing with the altar that they all come and they walk
and the
and they give
woods
their
beyond it too.
Yes.
So you have water and woods. Yes.
Yes, that would be
basically, we want to be as far away as possible. With gardens surrounding the house. Got it.
That's the weird for sure.
Yeah, I do really like their yard. I really like the sculptures and stuff in their yard too. Like the fact that it's not necessarily pristine. It's very like DIY kind of approach. Yes.
Very hippie vibes. I love it. Down some hippie witches.
Very hippie vibe.
Very hippie vibe. Love it.
Did find joy in watching the snowplow plow my neighbor's driveways with at least 4 foot of snow. Well,
that's funny.
That. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the cars are plowed in here too, as well. But some of the neighbors are looking questionable.
Oh gosh. Okay. Snow's getting dirty, so she got to go clean. I love you.
Jump in the shower. I love you. I can't wait to see the next episode. Absolutely. Thanks for being here, Snow.
Thanks for being here. Here. We'll be over there February 18th over on Chris's channel. And we will be talking The Winter's Tale.
Yes. Winter's Tale, the 2014 version.
Yeah. Is there another version, like older?
Yeah, because when I typed it in, there was an older version and it did not look.
Then I'm going to have to go look. Now I'm going to have to watch both of them. I know it's also an audiobook.
Ooh.
I got it.
Winter's Tale.
I bought it.
You bought it?
I bought it. Do you want me to send it to you? If you're not on Audible, your first book is free.
Yeah, sure. Send. Well, no, I'm already on there.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll give you the suggestion. Damn it. Okay.
So the 2014 version, I got that ready. And then, so here's the thing, is we're giving ourselves 2 weeks in between because like some of these are series and I don't know if I could binge them like that in one night. So I need time.
No, we need time. We need time. Yeah.
Yes, books and movies are never the same. You have to appreciate them kind of for what they are in that vein, I would say. Sorry to get in front of you. Yeah, so I'm jamming right now, currently listening to Deftones Change in my ears. I pretty much, these are on because I always have music somewhere low in the background. or in listening to binaural beats. Either way. Magicians will take time, yes. But here's the thing. I've already seen some of the Magicians. I think I've seen up to season 3. So there's 2 seasons I haven't seen. But I'll end up rewatching them all to just get it cohesive together and remember everything. Because I will not remember all of it.
Very twisted. I'm just trying to wrap up season 5, and there was a lot that I forgot, and then I think I fell asleep, and so then I had to go back and watch season 4. So I'm like, now I'm just back to 5 again, going, oh, okay. I
have another one that I will not watch while we're on the topic of things we won't watch. Well, we were right now. We were earlier. I'm not going to watch Supernatural.
Okay, no. Not for how many seasons?
There are so many seasons. You got
15 seasons, and there's just so much of Sam's face I can look at. I can't do it.
And secondly, because I literally could not get through the second season. I am not a fan of the same formula thing over and over, like Grimm. Couldn't get through it because it's the same formula with a different thing in place.
That's very interesting because I started Grimm thinking, oh, I've never seen this. And I got to about halfway through, I'm going to say.
Right, and the weird aspect, werewolves, weird things. Okay.
Right. And I just couldn't jive with it. I'm just like, I got to put this down. Like, it's not a thing.
It became the same formula over and over again. Now, I'm told that Supernatural later changes from that. It evolves a lot more. But in order for me to get there and understand the context of what's going on, I got to go through that part, and I'm just not.
It does. It does. But then it like goes back to like you go through these like, oh God, this again, it's like so painful. And again, Sam's face with his, I just can't.
Sam's face?
His face when he's like thinking or hurt, and I'm just like, I just can't. And I'm just like really Team Dean. I'm Team Dean.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, Team Dean.
Cheeseburgers and pie, sign me up.
Yeah. My brother had a car like him growing up, so that's all I see there is like, oh, it's my brother. Oh nope, that's Dean.
Dean.
But no, that's one that I won't. There's so many seasons, and
it's too much. It's too much to unpack.
I can't make it through the second one. I'm sorry.
And each season is like 20 episodes. It's like, come on.
It is a lot of episodes.
Never gonna get there. Right. I finally hit the nail in that coffin and finished it all, and I felt like I had. My husband came in. He's like, "You okay?" I said, "I finally finished Supernatural." He's like, "Wow." He's like, and I said,
finished.
"I finally finished." And he's just like, "Wow." And I said, "Are you not mad? You're not mad that I watched it without you?" He's like, "No, just tell me what happened." Tell me. We're too tired. We're getting to a certain age. We're like, can't. We're like,
it's a lot. I wish I could find. There was one that I found that was a werewolf one. Oh my God! And it had
Teen Wolf.
Is not Teen Wolf. It was a series. I think I found it on Netflix, possibly, and it was grittier, and there was the woman Femke, the actress, Femke Jensen or something like that.
Is this the Order? Is this the Order? Because the Order is a great series on Netflix, I believe, and it's witches, the Blue Rose, the Society of the Blue Rose, and then the Werewolf Pack on the same camp. Hemlock Grove. Hemlock Grove was the first original Netflix series. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, that is really good. And dark. Ooh, girl, dark.
I haven't seen The Gates yet either. But yes, I liked Hemlock Grove a lot. Yeah, I liked how like gritty and darker it was, and yeah.
Really dark, really dark. It was the first original Netflix series. The very first one. Yep. Yes, Hemlock Grove for sure, and then put on The Order as well. With your fancy typey fingers. You go.
You know, my keyboard is so loud. Someone once told me to take my 80s keyboard back to the 80s, and I was just like... The Gates was one I wanted to watch too, but I never have. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of The Gates, so I'll have to watch that one.
Weird, spooky shit happening in town, and what's up? Will we find out? Okay, so I have The Order, I have Hemlock Grove, and I have I misspelled Hemlock. Hemlock. Nope. I don't need that. Lucifer is amazing. I loved Lucifer. Lucifer was great.
Yeah. Lucifer is good. And plus he's delicious to look at. So yes.
So is his brother.
Yeah. Yes. So is his mother. Yes.
Are they all?
Yeah, they're all pretty. They're all pretty. Yeah. For sure.
All right. So yes, so official weigh-in is 4 Pentacles from Raven, 3.5 from me, and 3 from Snow, who is no longer here.
3 from Snow. 3.
And then next we are watching A Winter's Tale, the 2014 version with Colin Farrell and a brief showing of Will Smith and all kinds of peoples.
The people's
it looks like it's going to be sort of a love story thing with a battle thing and an epic good and evil vibe, and like in the cold in the winter, obviously, because it's in the name.
And there's tails.
Yes.
It's winter.
Tails.
It's a tail.
Yes. Got anything and turn on the TV, you guys. Sounds like Julie. We got some watching too. I don't have.
We got some watching to do.
Knitting needles, but chances are I will be doing something. The other day, while I was watching stuff, I was making incense cones, like hand pressed.
Oh, you make those?
Incense cones.
Very nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's something to do. I got one of those the gravity incense things, and I was like, I wonder if I could make the ones for that, because all it is like a cone with a hole in it.
Yes, yeah, because it's got a draw.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
so
if you make a hole in it, theoretically, it should work.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out.
We'll find out. I'm gonna find out. I got gifted one of those for Christmas by my friend Christine. I love it. It has like a little koi pond at the bottom of it, and the smoke comes down. It's just so tranquil. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Mine just kind of like dips down and then gathers, but it does the zigzag.
No zigzag?
Yeah. You wondered how those work. Yeah, just like when things burn, it takes up the oxygen, so it's gonna pull it. So if there's a hole in the middle of the incense, it pulls, and then it just brings it downward. Yeah.
All right, are we done? I gotta lay down.
I think we're done.
My leg is going numb again.
So we went through this one reasonably quick, but it was, pretty good. I'm excited to watch the new one. So everybody who's watching, who wants to not have a spoiler next time, because we're not worried about your spoiler feelings. I'm sorry.
No, if you came here, we're discussing the actual show, so all bets are off. You've been warned. You've been warned.
So we might need like a countdown warning at the beginning of the live. How you can do like the 5, 4, 3, 2. Like
until spoiler.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler.
This whole show will be a spoiler, just so you know. But no, so next we're going to be doing A Winter's Tale. So if you don't want to be spoiled on that, go watch it at some point. We will be reconvening for the movie series club for Double Feature Fridays on February the 18th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay?
Perfection.
And we'll be on my channel next time.
Be on her channel.
Yep, so you can find me this name. Make sure you don't put the H in it.
Yeah, don't do that.
There's no H here. Cris.
She ain't no basic Cris. She ain't no basic Cris.
Ashburn, not Asburn.
She put some powder. Some powder. It's all good.
I fixed my rash. Okay.
Okay. Out the corner of my eye, I just got startled because there was. You know how Netflix, when it goes like, oh, there comes Supernatural. There's Dean's face. You know how they do the like panning where it goes, where it's like in the like, I don't know, like a screensaver sort of thing, right? Okay, so then it like started with this like big head, like right in the thing, and like it looked like a shadow person, and because it was moving, I was like.
It's like that one time we were on live and I was talking, I think it was here, and like I just got like the spirit mist where you can see kind of like the first half of the face. Yeah. Like the impression like that. Yeah. Like right here. And I'm just like, that.
Stop. Like, don't get too attached. No. That's the thing. I was just like, no. No.
I feel like I'm going to be like Bobby Hill from like Hank Hill. Like, I don't know you. That's my purse. You know? All right, guys, we're gonna go give Raven some rest.
Go give him rest.
Yes, all right, and don't forget though, on her channel there is a lot coming up. There's a channel takeover happening.
Yes,
it'll be on Sunday.
Yes. So my brother from another mother, Sir Blue Knight, is taking over my channel, and he is advertising it in the cutest way. He sent me the picture, and I was like, look at that face. I can't say no. It's so cute. I got it when I was in the car. Started giggling. And Bear's like, "Whoa, what is going on? Look at this turkey." Started laughing. It was great. It was good stuff. Yeah. So there's some sort of something he's putting together over there, and so I'm showing up.
She just knows he's taken over.
I'm not allowed to ask questions. I've already asked questions. He will not answer them because there's a Virgo. You're like, I'm in an element where I'm highly uncomfortable, but I'm going with it because I trust him. So yeah. I'll probably have sunglasses and a box of tissue with me because I don't know what's coming.
Probably wise.
Probably wise. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably
wise. Gonna be a thing. All right.
Yes. So don't forget that's coming up. Hit it so you have the set reminder so you guys can be reminded when it happens.
Please do.
I am going to go ahead and make the live on my channel right after this. Awesome. So that you can also go over there and hit the set reminder as well so you guys can get a heads up. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye. I'm hitting the button for the last time. Bye. Bye.